because our special guest is on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to the one and only Doc Severinsen. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How's everything?
Everything is great in the state of Iowa, Doc. You need to come here and put on a show already. Let's do it.
Oh, I've done that. And, yeah, I'd like to come back. You know why? Because Iowa, the state of Iowa, is essentially the center of culture in the United States.
That's correct.
The people in New York and the other people in Los Angeles, the artists, all think it starts there, but they're wrong. I played at Ames, Iowa, with the Boston Pops and Arthur Fiedler. We had 18,500 people, and I commented, wow, we played in the field house to the presenter, and this person said, oh, we could have sold another 5,000 tickets if we had a space for the people.
Wow.
And this is for a symphonic pops program. So don't tell me that it all starts on the West Coast or the East Coast. That ain't the way it is.
Well, and you probably are familiar with Bix Beiderbecke, right, Doc? You know that name.
Absolutely. You're living in his hometown.
Yeah. So there's a lot of culture and history and a deep appreciation for music in the Midwest, specifically in Iowa. So I think we need to get this latest tour with yourself and Joe Wolverton and Vanessa Thomas. It would be great to get you back into town.
Yeah, it's a show I do called Here's Doc, and it's done with a symphony orchestra. And I love doing it because it gives me a chance to revisit some things that have been important in my life, musically speaking.
Doc, it seems like the story goes, Johnny wraps up The Tonight Show in May of '92, and you hit the road, and you haven't slowed down. You're still making music. You're still touring.
Yeah.
You love it, obviously.
Yeah.
This is.
We walked out of the stage door, got on a bus with the Tonight Show band, and the band hung on for a month or so, and we did what we had to do, and I figured, well, it's time to go back home and relax now. And the agent said, no, we got a lot more dates, so you put together some groups and get out there and do it. And here I am, 24 years later, still out there. I can't find my way home.
I was going to say, what do you do when you're not working? You're probably thinking about working.
I'll tell you what I do. This summer, I'm going to Eastern Oregon, and there's an area there called the Steens Mountain, where not more than 20 years ago, something like that, maybe a little bit longer, they discovered this herd of wild horses up there. They go back to the time of when the Spaniards came over to settle the New World. And the herds of horses that they created down in Mexico have since come up Texas, New Mexico, and all of that. And these were horses that had never been seen, touched, or anything.
Sure.
And I'm going to go there, ride in on horseback, and take a look at those babies.
That's a great plan. I love that. That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like a nice way to relax. Doc, I want to ask your opinion.
That's part of my bucket list.
Yeah, well, everybody has a bucket list. I think that's a heck of I love that. That's a great idea to do that. Doc, I want to get your opinion. So I like Johnny Carson a lot because as I progressed, I've been in radio almost 10 years. I enjoy interviewing people and having a good conversation. Sometimes I feel like the current Tonight Show and some of the other talk shows, it seems like they don't talk as much anymore. They just want to play these games. Do you think that there's like a lost art of the interview? Do you think we're ever going to see that come back into things? Or
Well, first of all, there's never going to be another Johnny Carson. And, fine. That's the way that is. But what he did when he had a guest on, there was a lot of research done on why they were there, who they were, what they did, and Johnny would talk to them, and when he would ask a question, he listened to the answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went on from there. And too many times shows, they're right out, okay, we're talking about this, and this. And they ask a question, and then they don't pay any attention to what the answer is. So I guess what you have there is a non sequitur.
Right. Absolutely, and I noticed that too. Was it hard for you to keep it together when a guy like a Don Rickles would come out and just make? Because I feel like Don Rickles made Johnny laugh harder than anybody could.
Well, yeah, they had a good time together.
Oh yeah.
And if you knew Don Rickles personally, you'd know he was a really good guy,
mm-hmm.
and that was his persona.
Yeah.
His show business thing, but if you'd sit down and talk to him, you might have to wait quite a while for him to revert to who he really was, but you would. And he was a good guy.
I love it.
Still is.
Yeah, still is. Right. He was just in town recently doing some comedy. Well, listen, Doc, I know you're busy this morning. I want everybody to go to the website, DocSeverinsen.com, to see the entire schedule of stops along the tour this summer and fall. I hope the show goes well, and we would love to get you back to the great state of Iowa, Doc.
Oh, I'll be back. No doubt about that.
I can't wait to see you. Thank you for the time this morning, Doc Severinsen. Have a fantastic weekend, okay?
Oh, I'm nothing but the best. You take care now.
You too, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.